Hi everyone, Lydia again. Right now I'm going to teach you how to do a double crochet stitch. This was the granny square that we made in the last tutorial, and it was a single crochet, and this was 5 rows by 5 columns. Don't know if you call them columns, but by 5 stitches, whatever. And this is actually 10 stitches this way and only 3 rows. So you can see how much of a bigger stitch double crochet is. It's not just it has its name for a reason. Okay, this was actually done by a 4mm crochet hook, and if you see my other 2 videos, you know that I use this monster of a crochet hook to make sure that you get all the details when I'm crocheting. Okay, now of course got all these basics on how to start up and how to do a chain stitch and a single crochet stitch in my first 2 videos. So if you're not quite sure how to do these things that I'm doing right now, go to those other videos and then come back to this one when you feel comfortable about this. Okay, we're going to do a 5 by 5, so it's going to be a bit of a rectangle, double crochet. Little granny rectangle, that's what we'll call it. Okay, remember, you gotta do 6. If you're gonna do 5 stitches, then you chain 6, and you don't, this one kind of gets ignored. That's the sort of like the chain when we start a new row, how we have to chain stitch 1 before we start the row. That's basically that. So you got to start on the second chain from the hook unless your pattern tells you otherwise. I'm sorry, I was starting single crochet. Okay. Wrap it around. So you wrap the yarn around, then we stick it inside the hoop just like a normal single crochet, bring it through. Then you're going to only bring it, make sure you have 3 hoops on the hook. Then bring that yarn it through 2 of them. So now you only have 2 again, and then bring it through again. And of course I'm going to show you a couple more times. Around, through this hoop, grab that yarn, right through. So now we have 3, and we're going to grab this yarn right here, and we're only going to bring it through 2 of them. So now we have 2, and we bring it through again. And one more time in slow motion. Round right there, stick it through the hoop, catch the yarn in the back, bring it through, got 3 hoops, grab that yarn again, bring it through 2 of them, got 2 hoops, and right there. Now double crochet is a very common stitch, you can do a whole lot with single crochet, but there is a vast amount that you can do with double crochet too. So it isn't a useless stitch or anything. And then right there. And you can see a whole lot with double crochet. So you can see every single stitch. See, we have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. And just like the single crochet granny square, chain 1. Chain 1. We have to remember to chain, or else we're going to end up with triangles. Double crochet triangles. And you don't want a triangle. We want rectangles in this case. We want it to be even. Oh, I'm sorry. Got a little off the camera. And sometimes you have to back up on yourself with these and just make sure you get all in the rows. So, even with a single crochet, sure it is, kind of obvious at the end of the row stop. Just every once in a while go back and make sure that you're crocheting the numbers and you haven't lost one of your stitches or anything. because it may seem insignificant to drop one stitch, but believe me, when you finish it, you'll know. Or if you gain one, that's also bad. And I'm going to go right here and one more time, real slow. Grab it through here, grab it through there, and we have 3. Yay for 3. But then we're going to make it 2. And then 1. So we're just kind of descending in order. Got 2 more rows to go. And, you know, sometimes when you first start out with crochet, you make your stitches pretty tight. I used to make my stitches very tight. And, you know, it really takes practice before you can really get to where you want to be with crochet. I know it took practice for me, and I'm sure everybody who knows how to crochet will say that. That, you know, you're not going to be perfect your first time around. So, don't get discouraged. Just, you know, take a break if it's not that easy, and come back and try again, you know? And it's always helpful if you know somebody who knows how to crochet, so they can make you tutorial videos, right, Marieli? Okay, and we got our last stitch right there. And there we go. I told you it was going to be a rectangle. It's hard to believe that is even this equal amount of rows to original stitches, isn't it? And snip it. I bring it through and then weave it into the stitches. And there you go. That's how you double crochet. Now, this, of course, is on a big hook. Very few things are going to be used on that big of a hook to make, so this is kind of an exaggeration, and this over here would be more what you're looking at in general. This is a 4, so the most common hooks that I use for my sort of projects are 3.5s and 5s, so this would be about mid-range, unless you're doing other things where you might use this. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm looking forward to many more because I am. Thanks.